So obviously it's been quite a whirlwind few weeks from personal point of view for you, with obviously the ODI debut and a World Cup call-up. Have you kind of been able to properly take it in all as of yet?
Yes, I feel like I've only just been able to take it in the last few days, especially being with my own thoughts. Yeah, it was definitely a big shock. If I was to been told going on the tour, the A tour, about a month ago that I'd be playing picked in the World Cup squad, I'd never believed you. But yeah, it's a massive shock, and I'm absolutely privileged to be a part of it, to be fair.
So we saw kind of during the Ashes that quite a few players were going in and out of the A squad into this kind of first team. How important was the A setup in helping you kind of keep motivated to compete for that first team call-up?
Well, the A setup's only this is the first kind of tour we've had. In the past, it's always been the academy, and you never really felt like you've had a chance to play for England back then. But I didn't a few years ago. So this tour is kind of the next best in. And if you perform well, this is how I saw it. Then you've got every chance to play for England. So yeah, this tour just opened up doors really for the whole kind of A squad, and whoever gets selected. And it's part of sport. You could just get selected just like that, and that's what's happened to me. So
is it pleasing to see that obviously consistency in performances in the Rachel Hayhoe Flint and Charlotte Edwards Cup will be rewarded along the line if you keep kind of grinding out those performances?
Yeah, definitely. I think part of my selection, this is what I've been told anyway, is my performances throughout the year. It's not just this tour. So keeping as consistent as I can throughout every format and every game throughout the year has played a part in it. So I think definitely if a player is consistent and scores runs or takes wickets throughout the whole year, then there's every chance they're going to get picked for England.
So when did you initially find out that you're going to be playing in the final ODI?
I think it was literally it was a day the night before. I think I found out about the tour a few nights before that, the last game. So it was very last minute. I was expected to be going home. I was like, oh, I'm excited to go home and see friends and family. And then I saw the email. I was like, oh my god, change your plan. Yeah. I'll be staying out for another 2 months. Yeah, and I've only packed for Australia, which was meant to be just over 3 weeks. So I haven't really got enough stuff for 3 months, but I'll make it work.
What was the reaction of your kind of friends and family when you told them the news?
Yeah, they were super proud. I think all of them were absolutely over the moon for me. It's obviously a dream of mine, and they know that it's always been the goal for me. And I think, yeah, just so proud, and that's it really. Nothing else to say.
So kind of run us through kind of the emotions that were going kind of through your head when you were having Kate present you with the cap, who's obviously kind of been there along the way through your Thunder journey and England journey as well.
Yeah, I was just trying not to cry. I was just so emotional. I think, yeah, it was very touching, and she basically just said all these years of hard work and being consistent and just being me, it's all paid off basically. And she said some emotional stuff from my parents and my fiance back at home. So yeah, it was very touching.
How do you reflect on kind of that journey with Thunder up to this point, and what would kind of 13-year-old you maybe be thinking if she knew that kind of England was at the end of the path?
Well, yeah, I feel throughout my whole the last 5 years, it's been within reach, playing for England, and I've been in and out of the squads, kind of getting close, kind of getting dropped, and it gets to the point where you kind of want to give up and never do I'm just never going to play for England. But yeah, I just think like especially sport, like it's very like up and down, isn't it? It's very like a roller coaster, and I think just like keep working hard and bear with it. You've got to be resilient, and like that's something I've learned the last like 2 years, and I think it seems to have worked. Like it only takes like one game to like get back in form. So yeah, it's just to be as resilient and as positive as I can.
Then finally, on a kind of a personal note, what are your kind of aims for the upcoming tournament?
I think to me personally is to gain as much experience playing out here, because again, it's another country that I've not played in, like Australia. So different conditions for me, and I think it's to keep like kind of learning from all the experienced players in the team. And I mean, it's a brilliant team to be in, obviously, but a lot of the players have got so much experience, and I just think it's a good time to me to be a part of it.